Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Great day, everyone, and welcome to Divine Connection Show. I am your host, Deloris Williams, and we're going to stay tuned to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Did you know there's $850 billion available in grants to help your business or nonprofit? Have you applied? Let Imperial Management Group give you a fighting chance in this highly competitive market. IMG specializes in developing award-winning proposals and obtaining grants from government, foundations, and corporations. We can even help you get funding for COVID relief. Could you use $50,000 in free funding? Go to our website and book a consultation right now. We know where the money is.
Great day, and welcome everyone to Divine Connections. We are here and we are excited that you are here as well. So let's get into it. Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dancers, moms, vendors, authors, pastors, anyone that's doing something great in the community, and we want you to be a part so that the magazine comes out quarterly. If you would like to be featured in the magazine, we have half page and full page options for you to advertise. So if you want to be in the next issue or be considered in the next issue, for more information, text us at 336-338-8903, and then also or email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. We look forward to connecting with you. Also, we have events throughout the year. So we usually have my anniversary at the end of March, where we bring in choirs and praise dance and moms and vendors, and we network and worship together. And then in October, we bring in vendors, youth vendors, mom groups, praise dance. So I'm excited about our next event. It's going to be Saturday, October 15th at the Mebane Arts Center, right? And it's going to be at 11:30. I am looking for vendors, youth vendors, praise dance groups, and mime groups. So if you're in the North Carolina surrounding area, if you want to attend and be a part, make sure you go to this information below and send me a request of information and wanting to know more how you can be a part. And I'm definitely excited about it. So make sure you stay connected. And then the third thing that we do is our interviews on a Wednesdays between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we use this platform to share with the audience who you are and what you do. So we are here to make it happen. So let's connect. All right. The information is below. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Subscribe to our email list, which is on our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. We also have our Facebook, so go and like that at Divine Connections Marketing. Also, follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections. That's one word. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connection and Connections with an S. And make sure you click the notification button so you can be notified when we're doing events, when we have interviews, or what is new. And then the next exciting thing outside of the other three things that we do, I'm getting ready to connect with 100 ambassadors. All right. So I'm going to have Divine Connections app. We are going to be on everybody's phone, right? So if you are kingdom minded, have character, integrity, have a good source of resource of products, I want to connect with you and find out a little bit more about what you do and see if you are qualified to be one of our ambassadors on the Divine Connections app. All right. So I already have 20. I'm looking just for 100 total for this year. And I want to connect with some powerful, powerful people. And I'm so excited. I just connected with a national music promoter, a national brand promoter as well. So I'm excited about it. The ambassadors, they are growing. So if you want to be a part and you want to know more about it, make sure you connect with me, because after I get my first 30, the price is going up. It's a ground floor opportunity, and we get ready to make it happen and explode. And we're going to just share the good news about what we do to a mass of others. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. So if you have not got your copy of Divine Connections Magazine, it is here. So get your copy at our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. You can get either a hard copy or you can get a digital copy. If you do a hard copy and you want more than one, just change the quantity and share it with your family, your friends, and your network and your churches. There are a lot of resources out there. There are a lot of great connections and resources. So you want to make sure you get a copy. Okay. Also, we have sponsorship. So on this show, we have sponsorship, and they basically have a 30-second spot commercial. If you have a commercial already, and we either put it on before or after the interviews that we play on Wednesdays. It's a 3-month agreement because we want more people to know about you, and the more they see you, the more they'll connect with you. So it's $150 for a 3-month commitment to be a sponsor on the show if you have a 30-second commercial already and that's approved. Okay, so if you are interested in that, definitely let us know. Now, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, for your ministry, for your book, for your gospel group, or for your event, and make sure you connect with us. We love to serve you, and that is one of the things that we do. Create 30-second or 60-second commercial for your business, your brand, your ministry, your book, your gospel group, or your event. We look forward to serving you. So if you're interested, make sure you connect. Now, I am grateful that my second book is out. It is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire, helping people, because that is what we do with the help of the Lord. Divine Connection has been a success. And also there are tips and strategies in here of how I have built my empire with the help of the Lord, and my accomplishments as well. Of course, having the faith in God, and believing in myself and believing the greater one that's on the inside of me. So make sure you guys get a copy of this. It is on Amazon. Again, it is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire, helping people. And then if you go to the link below, you can also get a signed copy. If you want to purchase and get a signed copy, you use the link below. Okay, awesome. And the next thing on our agenda is we have to write the vision and make it plain. So now we have our journals, which are available, and it's called Making It Happen. You are a divine connection, because God has gifted us, each and every one of us, a skill or a gift or a talent, to bless us, bless our families, bless our communities. And we're going to write the vision and make it plain. There are a lot of great things that God has in store for us. So we're going to journal together. We're going to journal and look back at the end of the year of the accomplishment of what God has done for all of us. Okay. All right. So get your copy of Divine Connections Journal. All right. And last but not least, I am so excited that God has also continued to bless me. And now our store is available. You can just go to the link and shop, and it will be shipped to you. And so I am grateful for the opportunity. We have tank tops, we have shirts, we have hoodies, we have hats, we have duffel bags. We have so much. All right. So this is one of the tank tops that we have. And I am so excited about what God is doing. All right. Because we want people to know that there is a divine connection and that you are a divine connection. All right. So we will definitely want to get that message out there as well. So I am grateful for the opportunities that God continues to give me as we move through this journey called life. Now, I am so excited that we have a special guest on the line, and we're going to bring her in. She's going to tell us what she does, what she brings to the community, who she is, and how she makes it happen. So, Miss Sherenia, we're going to bring you on in. Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing well. I hope that you are.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you on the show today.
Thank you for even having me. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome. You are doing great things in the community. And so let's first start off with telling the audience a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Okay. So about myself, I am a Christian woman.
Mm-hmm.
I did attend and graduated from the illustrious Elizabeth City State University,
Okay.
Pike and Pride. Not only did I leave ECSU with a
Mm-hmm.
degree, but also with my love, Lionel Branche.
Oh,
And actually, we will be celebrating 21 years
nice.
this month. Yes.
Congratulations.
I am a mother of four. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2 boys and 2 girls.
Yes.
I attend Greater Love Ministry under the leadership of Apostle Marshall and First Lady Henderson. That is where
Mm-hmm.
I serve as a financial officer.
Okay.
I am from Wilson, North Carolina, so
Okay.
wide awake. Between my mom and my dad, I have 3 brothers, and I had 2 sisters. One is deceased.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I have a background. I worked in grocery retail,
Mhm.
banking retail, human services, you name it. But I am an entrepreneur, and I am the broker in charge and owner of Branche and Associates, which is a Christian boutique brokerage here
Ooh.
in Henderson, North Carolina. Now, let me just make this. I'm gonna just make this statement here.
Yes.
It is a Christian boutique brokerage, and it is built on the principles, that I live by.
Mhm.
But I don't want people to think every time you come through my door, I'm gonna pray on you and put you on and everything, But I do believe that this business is a vehicle that God uses, and when He allows the opportunity to show Himself in me or in my business,
Yes.
I will submit to that.
All
So,
right.
yes.
I love that. I love that. So, what initiated the passion into what you do?
So, okay. So what made me start? So let me give a little bit of backstory. Just a
Okay.
little bit. So what made me start? With my younger version of myself would say, I got in the business to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, growing up, I knew that I did not want to be in a situation where I felt tight financially. But of course, over time, my thought pattern changed. I still desired to go into real estate. That was always a desire for me. Money, is a factor, but it's not a big factor as it was when I was younger. That's not the only focal point now as I have grown and mature. And for those that may or may not know, real estate in the field where I practice, the area I practice is commission only. So if you're not selling, you're not making money.
Right.
Right. So it's a very competitive industry, very competitive, and it can be cutthroat as well. But I knew that when I came into the industry, I didn't want to be that way.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to be that way. I know that it is a business. I
Mm-hmm.
do believe that we are helpers one another, even in the industry. And if it just started with one,
Yeah.
you know, and I know there's others all over. So I met some wonderful and worked with wonderful agents, but I knew that that was not going to be my heart into
Mm-hmm.
going to the business. So I bring the passion of connect, educate, and inspire. You know,
Okay.
I connect with my clients. You know, get to know them. I want them to know me because I tell them up front. If you feel like you don't connect with me, you don't have to
That's
work
right.
with me.
That's
Because
right.
like your show, I believe in divine connections.
That's
I
right.
believe that who God has for me to
That's right.
reach, and to touch, and to encourage, and to assist, and that is what's gonna be.
That's right.
So, you know, I have no hard feelings. Every connection that I make in my business, I felt like it's divine, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a text, whatever the case may be, a transaction, it was divine. It was for that reason that I needed to be there. So I bring that passion
Mm-hmm.
into my business. My passion, like I stated, money. I'm in business. Of course, I want to make money. You know, let's just be real. But you know, I have a heart for people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember when I say I worked in grocery, banking, human
Mm-hmm.
services.
Yep.
Human services piece, I was in social work. Uh,
Okay.
I never considered going into social work. You know,
Wow.
my hats are off to those that are in the field. It's a very, very tough field. But
Mm-hmm.
in that, God pulled my heartstrings even more because you
Yeah.
see so much. You see so much. And so he pricked my heart and allowed me to see this is where your heart is. So I even bring that passion to help people,
That's right.
a resource to link people. Maybe I don't know, maybe I don't have the answer, but I'm gonna try to get you and connect you
That's
with
right.
someone that can help you get where you need to be. So I bring that heart into my business.
Awesome, awesome. I know the joy of my transition from staying with my cousins for years to getting a house built.
Mm.
As a single individual at the age of 27, it was a blessing. It took about 6 months to build the house, but of course, I had to get educated on what does it mean to be a homeowner? What do I look for? I took the first time home buyers class to learn all the entities of the things to look for, the people you got to connect with, the attorney,
Mhm.
the bank, the realtor, all of that. But it was a great experience and very educational. So I took it twice because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. I don't know if you all have classes like for the first time home buyers or any other classes for people to know about real estate if they're looking to buy a home.
So, what I did pre-COVID, I used to have home buyer events
Okay.
at our local Golden Corral. We don't have it anymore, but nevertheless, we would have a breakfast, and I would invite lenders or home
Yep.
inspectors, insurance agents, and I have even collaborated with other realtors that were from other firms. And
Mm-hmm.
we would come together, invite our clients out, and provide information to them, answer their questions, whatever it is they felt like they needed, even if they needed that one-on-one time later to make
Mm-hmm.
sure they feel comfortable with the process and where they was going to go. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, COVID happened, and then I began to just try to wait it out. But I felt like I need to do something,
Right.
people still want to buy, and
Yeah.
so I went virtual. Started doing some Zooms and
Yeah.
things like that since we weren't doing in person because some people may not feel comfortable doing in person. So I said, hey, everybody's Zooming these days, just about. Might as well do Zoom. So I started Zooming, but eventually I will get back to having the events in person.
Mm-hmm.
I did connect with a community resource that offers the home buyer education courses. So I'm going to begin sharing that information.
Okay.
I'm actually going to attend it because I want to attend it to see what it's all about,
Right.
what information that the clients are going to be receiving, and how I can help along, when they take the courses. So there
Mm-hmm.
are some community resources available. I'm going to be sharing that. So people that need that, that extra layer is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's there.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's go over just a couple of requirements. If someone's looking to buy a home,
Mhm.
what are some basic requirements?
Basic requirements, of course, you want to speak with your lender. And I'm going to cover both sides of it because I do have clients that come to me and they have already spoken with your lender. That is fine. Your lender, they're the ones that's going to give you the money. So if you connect with them and obtain your pre-approval letter, then that's great. Then you want to interview some real estate agents to see if you have a connection, I guess, with them. You don't have to go with the first real estate agent that you speak with. You, as a consumer, have the right to interview different firms, different agents to see who do I feel will have my best interests at heart.
That's
So
right.
I do encourage someone to do that. Now, let me flip it on the flip side. Say if you don't have a lender, you haven't connected with the lender yet, and you're like, where do I start? It's okay to contact me or the real estate agent of your choice and to talk with them because they will have lender partners that they can connect you with.
That's
now,
right.
maybe you're in a position you say, well, I know I'm not ready to go to a lender. I know my situation, with maybe you're credit challenged or maybe you're savings challenged or whatever the case may be. That's okay. That does not mean you don't come. You still connect with me and we will connect you with someone that can help you in that particular area. So, I do want clients to feel like when they come to me, this is a no judgment zone.
Right.
Okay? I don't want to feel like, hey, don't talk to me right now. Wait till you go get your money. Wait till you get your money before you talk to me. No, I don't want to do that because if I can put a personal note in here, my husband and I, we're homeowners. Okay? But let me tell you, we had to go through some things before we was able to obtain home ownership. We were there, we was credit challenged and, trying to do this and trying to do that. And, we almost gave up. We almost gave up to the point I did give up. I was like, I'm tired. Drink forever. I don't know. But, it was one more house. I wanted to see one more because people told us no. So people come to me. I understand what people telling you no. You can't do this because of this. You can't do it. But you got to have some determination.
That's right.
And everybody road is different.
That's right.
Nobody road is the same. And I try to encourage my clients that, pick your head up. You work on this.
That's right.
A year from now, if it's 2 years, if it's 3 years, the end game is to obtain home ownership.
That's right.
So of course, I've been there, done that. So I have a heart for that. For clients that may be credit challenged or finances may be a problem or whatever the case may be. Ain't no judgment here, but you do want to connect with your realtor partner or real estate agent, and they will connect you to the resources that you need to get you where you need to be. Yeah.
Awesome. So what are some thoughts, like if a person is credit challenged, how can they improve their credit?
Now, I'm not a credit specialist. Let me just make that claim. So, I'm not a credit specialist.
Okay.
But just from personal experience, just making sure if you have credit cards, keeping the utilization as low as possible. Now, there's many things out there on the internet, you hear 30%, what have you, but as low as possible, you don't want to use up and max out your credit limits because that hurts you. If you have any bills that's reporting, making sure you're paying those on time because banks look at the late pays and slow pays. They look at those things. Just making sure your what they call debt to income ratio, because the bank is going to look at how much debt you have, what mix of debt you have in comparison to your income. So you want to make sure, hey, I got some credit cards. Maybe I can pay them down and pay them off. Don't close them. Now, I always say don't close them because if it's good credit, you want to keep the good credit. You want to keep that open. You don't want to close it out because that will help. But again, I'm not a credit specialist. So make that claim here. I can connect you to somebody for that. But those are some things that have an effect. And if you are working, they look at, of course, if it's part-time, they look at if it's full-time. Is it a grant position? Is it a temp position? So of course, they look for that stability. When it comes to employment. That's something that helps you. Now, if you have another job and it was much better than the one that you were as far as your pay and things, that's different. But they do look at the history, how long you've been on the job and things of that nature. Are they changing jobs every 6 months? Because they look at the risk.
Right.
To be honest, the banks are looking at how risky are you for me to lend you money. So anything that you can keep in line, that you can control, do so. Now, everybody has a past and things like that. Life happens. That's understandable. But be able to explain those things.
That's right.
Explain them and show, okay, over the past 12 months, this is what I've done to correct that or whatever.
Right.
So
awesome. Let's talk about the joy of home ownership. Like, I know for me, once I watched the house get built for 6 months, and was able to come, like, to be in a house that nobody's ever been at before, and I'm breaking ground myself. Like, I don't want to leave. I don't know what's gonna happen later on, but I want to go. But the joy of having, I call it my peace palace.
Yes,
it's my peace haven.
Peace palace. Let me use that.
Yeah, it is my peace haven, honey. I'm telling you. And so I just love. Now you have to remember the things that come with it, because things will break down. Might break down. I know with my toilets, I think all 3 of my toilets had over flooded, and it cost me over $10,000 each. Every time
goodness.
It happened, but thank God I got insurance. Make sure you have insurance.
Oh yes, most definitely.
And because things will break down, but the whole thing of home ownership is, having your own, and it's just and having a place of comfort that you can call home and get away from everything. Well, I can't say that for everybody, but for me, because some people might not want to go home, but I enjoy it. And so your experience, you said you had to do some challenging things before you got a home, but now that you have it, so talk a little bit about the joy of home.
As you stated before, there is nothing like your own. This is mine. Now I know, if you have a mortgage, you paying the mortgage company, but when you pull up that deed, it's gonna have your name on it. Okay, so that is yours. That is something that you have. If something happens to you, I don't know what my kids would do with our property, but I pray that they will use it in some way to benefit them. That's something that I can, we can pass on to them. Your home is an asset. Yes, it's a liability in that you're making your monthly payments and you're paying taxes, but you have to look at the seller's market that we just recently had. If you had a home and you wanted to refinance and get a lower rate, or if you wanted to take some equity out of your home, or if you wanted to sell your home, you probably get back, I ain't gonna say double, I'm not gonna be quoting that, but you get back more than what you paid for it and then some. So it's an asset as well. It's a long-term investment, yes, but it is an asset. And to know that this is mine and you're not going to say, I'm selling next month or the next 2 months and you're going to need to move. I have encountered that a lot as well with clients that, hey, my landlord has decided to sell their property and they've been there for 2, 3, 5, 10 years. And that just breaks my heart, for that to happen to people. And I say, well, look, it may not be, we can find something in 30 days. We can make it happen. But I know, the time frame of things. But if you can and you want to buy, start now. It's not too late. I have assisted clients 60, 70, 80 years old. So it is not too late if that's something that you desire to do. The initial thing is to start, because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And, to have your own. My mom always told me that it's nothing like having your own.
Nothing like it, honey.
I truly believe that.
Yes,
truly believe that. Yes.
Awesome. So let's talk about just a little bit, 2 more things to finish up.
Okay.
Let's talk about you with customizing your firm and how that is going. So you have your own when it comes to real estate. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay. So, I gotta give a little backstory so you know where I'm coming from.
Okay.
So I took the class again. So, you catch that again in 2015. It was the end of 15. And I tested in 2016. I joined a large firm in 2016. I was still working full time. So this time period while I was with this large firm, of course, you have to get experience. You have to learn, things and you just have to learn how the system works.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked my business on a part-time basis. And when I say part-time, I don't even know if it's a word part-time for this. I used to go to the real estate office
Mm-hmm.
2 times a month.
Mm-hmm.
Not 2 times a week, 2 times a month on my flex day from my full-time job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a struggle, but that's the time that I had to do it. So along that time, I was learning, trying to get things in place and say, okay, well, if I ever, or when the time came for me to branch out, then I would know how to set things up.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to commit to the business full time, but I was scared, not gonna lie, because I had some other things to think about. I had my husband. We have a family. What people gonna say? When she go from commission and benefit to commission from benefits and a steady paycheck, things like that. Nothing wrong with that because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew that there was something else that God had in store for me. I prayed about it many a nights,
Yeah.
but I wanted to make sure that it was not a selfish move when I did move to go into real estate. So in January of 2017, I did step into real estate full time. So then I was able to put more time in to learn more about the business, to learn more about the setup and things of that nature. So that was a step of faith for me and for my family. It was a little slow at first. And when things are a little slow, you be like, what the word did I do? Like, should I go back? Should I go back? They're gonna take me back, and everything. But nevertheless, I moved in faith and I moved, according to how the Lord was leading. And of course, confirmation came through my man of God, which I love and respect and trust. So I stepped out. And being at the firm that I was at, God showed me that He will take care of me.
Yes.
And that He will bless me wherever He places me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was good. I was good. I was working and received many awards and recognition with the company that I was with. And then it spread it over to my peers. Hand that I'm wearing. In 2019, I was voted Realtor of the Year by my Carlake chapter. So the Carlake chapter consists of Granville County, Vance County, Warren County, and Franklin County. So that's considered the Carlake chapter. So the peers saw, like, okay, hey, she's doing this and we're very proud of her. So that was really precious to me. And I thank them for that. They are such a great group of people. But I was still learning.
That's
the
right.
time came for me to branch out. And I laugh because I say that in my hashtags, branch out.
Yeah.
But truly it's just a part of me and a part of what God was calling me to do, branch out.
That's right.
So I was with the firm for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you've been doing something for 5 years, you are pretty much comfortable.
Yeah.
You're comfortable, you don't want to move. And that's where I was. I was coming up on that 5-year mark and I was comfortable. I was like, okay, I'm good here. I'm good at this office. I know the people here. I know the ins and outs. But it's like, how God kind of had that conversation. That's not what you wanted, and that's not what I said. I was getting the unction that it's time. And I was like, it's time. I'm good. I'm here. But still that tugging, that unction came. It's time. It's time. And I said, okay, what am I going to do about this? You know how it is when God lays on your heart to do a thing and you're just like, you think of every excuse in the book. Like, no, that ain't me. For me, for real. But nevertheless, again, confirmation came through my man of God that, hey, yeah, it's going to be time for you to go.
Sure. Right.
Oh my God, are you serious? So I began working on things here and there, and then I'll back off. Get the EIN number, I'm excited, then back off. That word will come and kind of whoop you a little bit. Now, but let me get back on this thing. And as the time got closer, I was more hesitant. I said, okay, I'm going to do it first quarter. Within first quarter, I'm going to talk to my broker in charge and let her know. And then I'm going to go. I
Mhm.
didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was so nervous. So then second quarter came. I was praying a little bit more about it. And God was showing me, hey, I've extended you grace. He
Mm.
even got intricate down to the dates when I needed to leave.
Oh wow.
I was like, okay, March 31st. March
Mhm.
31st was the day that I left the firm that I was with. Branche
Okay.
Associates was officially birthed April 1st to the public. Um, and I said,
Awesome.
God, are you sure? Are you sure this is? But when I talked to my broker, it was a weight lifted. It was a weight lifted off my shoulders. They was like, we hate to see you go, but we wish you well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So getting on, forward, March 31st was the anniversary date when I joined that firm.
Yeah.
Exactly 5 years.
Wow.
I look at numbers. I don't play numbers or anything like that. Nothing against anybody that does.
Yeah.
But to me, 5 means grace.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like God was saying, I have given you grace to serve where you were.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, okay. So I'm starting on April 1st. What's so significant about that? 4 and 1 is 5.
Mm-hmm.
To me, again, that was grace to where you're about to go. I was
Come
like,
on.
oh my gosh. Okay. Confirmations all
Yeah.
upside my head.
Yeah.
So when God did that, in May, I actually found an office location.
Mm.
5, grace.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, all right, we're gonna do this. I did it. Walk, just allow God to lead and guide me, because for those that may or may not know, I like to know the when, the where, the how, the what. I want to know all of it. But God showed me that you are not in control. I am. So it really took for me to put my faith to the test even more, and to show, hey, you really trust God like you say you do, then let's move. So I did. So I knew when I started Branche Associates, when God allowed me to start Branche Associates, I knew that it was going to be on faith.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew that. Our 3 principles: faith, service, results. Faith first and foremost. It's a part of me. It's not a part that I can throw to the side
That's
and
right.
then do my business.
That's right.
He is the CEO of this company.
That's right.
I am a worker here. I am an employee, and I knew that's how, that I wanted it to be established, because I wanted to bring him glory and honor.
That's right.
Everything that I did in my business, that's just the way that it is. And I'm just so grateful to him. But I wanted to make sure that that was incorporated, because every transaction I get, phone call, all of that stuff, it is all because of him. It is literally divine connections.
That's
So
right.
how can I not give him honor
That's right.
in my business and what I do? I have to. So I knew that was going to be a big piece. Of course, there's other pieces in the brokerage. I decided that I was not going to bring any new agents on until after a year, where a couple people started calling beforehand. And thankfully I have 2 brokers that's with me now. And we train every single week. We train, because I knew that I wanted to be that type of broker where I want them to be the best version of themselves in this industry. Because this industry is not, like I said, it's competitive and it can be cutthroat. But if I can share that love with them, and then they can in turn share that love, because I tell them the money is good, yes, but you have to look at the bigger picture. I tell them that in our meetings. You look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is a person out there. It is a soul out there. And we have to make sure that we conduct ourselves in a way, that reach them where they are.
That's right.
So that was another piece that I wanted to bring into Branche Associates as well. It all centers around God. It all centers around love.
That's right.
That's the key part. But we want it to be helpers one of another. We help each other. We help our clients where they are, to help them get to the goal whereas that they want to obtain. So that's what we wanted to bring into Branche Associates. Of course, we're still growing. I've been in business for over 6 years, but independent for a little over a year. So my passion and heart is to reach people where they are and help to attain where they want to go.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So we're going to put some contact information. So if somebody wanted to contact you, how can they connect?
So The number that you see on your screen is my cell number directly to me. Feel free to call. Maybe you say, I don't want to call her. Text me. If you're more comfortable with texting me, you can text me. Or you may email me at sbranchrealtor@gmail.com. It's on just one at. So sbranchrealtor@gmail.com. Reach out to me. My office is located at 804 South Barnett Street, downtown Henderson. But just don't come by here now because, I might be out. So you want to make sure that you contact me and schedule an appointment. I'll be glad to meet with you in person. If you're not comfortable with that, we can do a Zoom. We can do Zoom. So just feel free to reach out, whether your goal to purchase is this year, 2023, 2024, whenever the case may be. It's never too early to start planning. So we definitely want to sit down and talk with you and to get you started in the direction that you need to be.
Love it, love it, love it. And let's end with some encouraging words.
I ain't no minister, nothing like that. But if I had to encourage someone, I would just say, trust God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what your faith or anything may be out there.
That's right.
My faith is in God.
That's right.
And I trust him because I experienced him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I experienced in my life. And he has shown me time and time again that I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Your road doesn't look like someone else's road. Don't compare yourself. Don't do that.
That's right.
Because when you do that, it makes things a whole lot worse because you're not where so-and-so is or doing what they're doing, or I should be doing this at my stage in my life.
That's right.
Your road is your road. What he called for you is what he called for you. And if you don't know what that is, ask.
That's right.
He said ask, and he would definitely give. But trust God and have faith. I hear people say it all the time. Trust the process.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Trust God and trust the process. And he would definitely bring you through.
Amen and amen to that. Trust the process. Well, thank you for being our guest on today. Thank you for all of that phenomenal information and the wisdom and sharing your process of your journey with us. So listen, if you guys need a realtor, if you have questions, she is here and available for you. So thank you again. You gonna say something?
I wanted to stress something with you all with one of my newest ventures.
Okay.
When you ask God to enlarge your territory, he would definitely do just that.
That's right.
And one of my newest ventures is a show. I have a radio show, The Real with Brina. Yes, that airs every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's only 15 minutes, so don't try to log on at 8:11 because you don't miss about most of the show. But it's The Real with Brina. Yes, I am a realtor, but it's just not about real estate. We talk about community. We talk about life. I have guest speakers on. Actually, I have a guest speaker that I will be interviewing on tomorrow night in regards to credit. So please, if you're able to join and listen, come on. And we just have real conversation about real things that happen or things that people want to know. So I invite you all. It is on iHeartRadio. You just search WDRB Media. I gotta do my voice. WDRB Media, the voice of the community. And you may also tune in on the TuneIn app. What else? Streamer. And you may just visit the website at wdrbmedia.com and click listen live. So that's new for me. And it's just new. But hey, when you ask, he would definitely go shaking in your boots and all. So I just thank him for that opportunity.
Awesome. So thank you for all that you do. And I'm loving that, the radio as well. So make sure you guys stay connected, Miss Branche. She is our special guest on today. Make sure you like and share and comment on this broadcast. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. All right. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.